What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Just Another Day. If you thought the generative AI race was slowing down, think again. This week, we saw an absolute whirlwind of major releases. Google dropped Gemini 3 Pro, making it available for free use almost immediately. But that wasn't all. In the same breath, Elon Musk and XAI launched GROK 4.1, claiming it's pushing the very frontier of artificial intelligence. We're going to dive into the specs, see how these two heavyweights stack up in the benchmarks, and look at the real-world demos that are creating serious hype. Let's get into it. Google's new champion, Gemini 3 Pro. First up, Gemini 3 Pro is here. After weeks of speculation, it's finally available to use for free right now through Google AI Studio in the Build section. This is a massive deal, because the core focus of Gemini 3 is on building applications with minimal prompting. The community quickly put it to the test to see if it delivers better results than its predecessor, Gemini 2.5 Pro. For instance, one test involved creating an application for real estate listings. The prompt was demanding. Design an app that takes property images, allows for image editing like virtual staging or space clearing, and then uses the visual data to write a compelling, tailored ad copy. The result? The app was generated successfully on the first try. Users could upload photos, select the editing option, stage, clear, or none for each, and then set the target audience, tone, and length for the ad. The generated text was highly evocative, and the app interface itself even had thoughtful, relevant quality of life details like pertinent icons. Another impressive test involved front-end design. The model was asked to design a modern, persuasive landing page for a web design service. The result was a design that was visually superior to past models, featuring good use of gradients, responsive design for mobile, and functional hover animations. This showcases a clear leap in code generation and design aesthetic, though the actual ad copy it wrote was noted as a bit generic. Benchmark breakdown. Gemini 3's dominance. The practical demos are one thing, but what do the numbers say? According to the leaked model card and early evaluations, Gemini 3 Pro is a genuine powerhouse, the last exam of humanity. This is one of the toughest benchmarks. Gemini 3 Pro scored an astonishing 37.5%, which is 16 points higher than Gemini 2.5 Pro and nearly 11 points higher than GPT 5.1, OpenAI's latest model. ARC, AI Intelligence Test. In visual reasoning tests, Gemini 3 absolutely crushes the competition, nearly doubling the score of GPT 5.1. Math. With code execution, Gemini 3 hits a perfect 100%. Even in the most difficult math problems, Math Arena, it jumps from single digits, where the competition was, to over 23%. The scorecard is overwhelmingly green. Gemini 3 Pro leads in almost every major metric: scientific knowledge, math, and multimodal reasoning. However, there is one key area where it slightly falls behind: software engineering. In the general SWE bench, it scores just below the specialized Claude Sonnet 4.5. But here's where it gets interesting. When measured specifically for agentic programming within an IDE integrated development environment, known as the Terminal Bench 2.0, Gemini 3 regains the lead. This suggests that while it may not top the general software engineering benchmark, it is potentially the most capable model for active real-time coding collaboration and rapid web development, dominating the LM Arena web development rankings. The challenger, GROK 4.1, enters the ring. Just as we were digesting the Gemini news, Elon Musk and XAI fired back with GROK 4.1. This model is being positioned as a frontier model designed to lead in the LM Arena rankings and excels in real-world tasks, creativity, and emotional connection with the user. Early user feedback based on a silent deployment suggests that users prefer GROK 4.1 results over its predecessors 2 out of every 3 times. Emotional intelligence, EQ Bench 3. GROK 4.1 is claimed to be the leader here, showing a massive improvement in empathy and emotional nuance. For example, in response to "I miss my cat, it hurts so much," GROK 4.1 gave a deep, personalized, and comforting response, far surpassing the more robotic reply of its older version. Creative writing, GROK 4.1 also scores highly, only slightly behind GPT 5.1, and beating models like Claude Sonnet 4.5, which used to be the creative writing standard. However, some early quick control tests have shown weaknesses. When asked the classic simple river crossing riddle involving a person and a goat, GROK 4.1 fixated heavily on the traditional riddle involving a wolf and cabbage, even though they weren't mentioned, showing signs of overfitting or distraction. More concerningly, when asked to arrange the numbers 1 to 100 alphabetically and find the first number, GROK 4.1 incorrectly identified the number 100 when the correct answer is usually 14 in English or 100 in Spanish, suggesting a fundamental reasoning error on a known hard prompt. The takeaway and looking ahead. So what does this all mean? We are seeing a stunning acceleration in capability from both major camps. Gemini 3 Pro appears to be the undisputed current leader in general multimodal and complex reasoning benchmarks, showcasing a huge leap in the quality of AI-generated applications and design. GROK 4.1, meanwhile, is championing the cause of emotional intelligence and rapid iterative development, although early logic tests suggest it still has some rough edges to smooth out. The bottom line is that the gap is constantly closing, and both Google and xAI are delivering models that are substantially more capable than the generation before them. You can try Gemini 3 Pro for free in Google AI Studio, and GROK 4.1 is available on their website and X, formerly Twitter, apps. That's it for this week's top Gen AI news. Let me know which model you're most excited to test out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Just Another Day.